Good evening, I'm Bersatu Michael and you're watching Kini News, the show that brings you today's biggest stories. With the collapse of the Pakatan Harapan federal government last month, Harapan's cabinet dissolved and all eyes have been on Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin. Well, the wait is finally over. His cabinet has been announced and many familiar faces will be making a return to Putrajaya, including MCA and MIC, with the addition of PAS.
In an address to the nation today, Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin revealed his new cabinet lineup. Many have been speculating who would be made Deputy Prime Minister, however there will not be one for now.
Menteri-menteri kanan akan membantu saya untuk menjalankan tugas sebagai Perdana Menteri, termasuklah mempromosikan mesyuarat kabinet di waktu ketiadaan saya di dalam negara. Dengan adanya menteri-menteri kanan ini, maka tiada keperluan pada masa ini untuk seorang timbalan Perdana Menteri dilantik.
The four senior ministers are Azmin Ali as International Trade and Industries Minister, Ismail Sabri Yaakob as Defence Minister, Fadila Yusof as Works Minister, and Muhammad Razi Majidin as Education Minister. The quote functional cabinet, as described by Muhyiddin, would also see many familiar faces return to the corridors of power. Hishamuddin Hussain has been appointed Foreign Affairs Minister, while Kari Jamaluddin is the Science, Technology and Innovation Minister. MCA President Wee Ka Siong is the Transport Minister, and Deputy MIC President M. Saravanan is the Human Resources Minister. PAS is now a part of the federal government, with their party Secretary General Taqiyuddin Hassan being appointed a minister in the Prime Minister's department overseeing Parliament and legal affairs. For the full list, check out the description below.
It's the 11th day of former Prime Minister Najib Abdullah wife Rosmah Mansour's corruption trial at the Kuala Lumpur High Court. Let's see what's cooking. Butlers and bags of cash. No, this isn't a crime thriller you'd find in the fiction section of your local bookstore. The Kuala Lumpur High Court heard today that two butlers helped carry purported bags of cash into Sri Perdana, the Prime Minister's official residence, sometime in December 2016. According to witness Ahmad Farid Zainul Abidin, he accompanied Rizal Mansour to Sri Perdana on that day and that the butlers carried the bags into the building. Ahmad Farid, in his witness statement that was read in court today, said Rizal informed him that he, quote, wanted to pass something to Ma'am. Businessperson Ahmad Farid testified that Rizal would often refer to Rosmah Mansour as Ma'am. At the material time, Rizal worked as Rosmah's aide. The witness said that he had met with Rizal at the Pavilion Shopping Centre at midday when the latter received a call and proceeded to the lobby of Pavilion Tower. There, Ahmad Farid saw 2 or 3 men disembarking from a vehicle with 2 black luggage bags and entered the building, followed by Rizal. After waiting for about 20 minutes, Ahmad Farid said Rizal emerged and told him that, quote, there is a problem and that the 2 bags had to be sent to Sri Perdana. The witness said that the men spotted earlier placed the bags in Rizal's vehicle. Ahmad Farid said he accompanied Rizal in the vehicle and was joined by a purported police personnel known only as Evo. Once at Sri Perdana, Ahmad Farid said he saw the 2 men dressed in butler uniforms retrieving the 2 bags. Following this, Rizal and the 2 butlers, each towing a bag, then entered Sri Perdana. The witness was the 11th prosecution witness testifying against Rosmah Mansour, who is facing charges for soliciting and accepting bribes in relation to a 1.25 billion ringgit solar energy project for 369 schools in Sarawak. Looks like the situation at state legislative assemblies have yet to settle down. With the latest political movements in Perak, Harapan may have lost the state to PN. Perak Menteri Besar Ahmad Faizal Azumu has announced that the state Bersatu, Umno and PAS have agreed to form a new coalition. Perikatan Nasional now controls 32 of the 59 state seat assembly, leaving Harapan with 27 seats.
Kita semua sedia maklum, gabungan ini turut melibatkan kesemua 25 adun daripada UMNO dan 3 adun daripada PAS. Dan dengan gabungan ketiga-tiga parti ini, maka Perikatan Nasional Negeri Perak akan dapat menubuhkan kerajaan negeri Perak yang baru dengan jumlah majoriti 32 ahli Dewan.
This is the 3rd state government to fall to Perikatan Nasional following the collapse of the Pakatan Harapan federal government last week. One assembly person from PKR has also defected in the state. The government thanked Latifah Koya for her service today and has announced her replacement as MACC Chief Commissioner. MACC Deputy Chief Commissioner Azam Baki has been appointed as the Commission's new Chief Commissioner after Latifah Koya decided to cut short her 2-year contract following the collapse of the Pakatan Harapan government. In a statement this afternoon, the Prime Minister's office said the Yang di-Pertuan Agong accepted the appointment of Azam Baki, who played a key role in MACC's investigations on 1MDB-related matters and led investigations on the Port Klang Free Zone affair. The PMO also thanked Latifah for her service to the country during her tenure as the MACC Chief Commissioner. More drama in Perak. Not only has Harapan fallen, several state assembly persons from DAP and Amanah have also fallen out with Harapan. Moments after Perikatan Nasional declared it would form a new state government, Perak Pakatan Harapan was dealt another blow with more defections. At a press conference in Ipoh this afternoon, 3 assembly persons, 2 from DAP and 1 from Amanah, announced they were quitting their respective Harapan component parties and declared their support for the new Perikatan Nasional government. The defectors are DAP's Paul Yong and A. Siva Subramaniam and Amanah's Hasnul Zulkarnain Munaim. Hasnul's move is a major blow to Amanah as he is the party's National Youth Wing leader. He was also the person who went viral last week for shedding tears in his farewell press conference following Harapan's collapse. Following the announcement of the defection today, Amanah Youth described Hasnul's move as an act of betrayal. The youth wing said his act goes against the Rakyat's mandate and betrays the fight and the people's trust. Syed Saddiq may not be a big fan of UMNO, but his brother is convinced it's the best platform for him to contribute to the country. Bersatu lawmaker Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman may be a fierce critic of UMNO, but his brother Syed Abdullah has joined the party, describing UMNO as the most stable platform to do his part for the nation. In a text message to Malaysia Kini this afternoon, Syed Abdullah said the decision to join UMNO was not influenced by social media, friends or family, and that it was his own decision. Responding to a question, Syed Abdullah, who holds an aerospace engineering degree from the United States, said he does not foresee his decision causing a rift in the family. Meanwhile, UMNO Exco Shahrul Nazrun Kamaruddin said Syed Abdullah's decision to join UMNO showed that the party is still relevant to the youth. Syed Saddiq, who was the Youth and Sports Minister before the collapse of the Pakatan Harapan government on February 24th, has been a staunch critic of UMNO. Syed Saddiq is also one of those in Bersatu who remain loyal to former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. Coming up next, the coronavirus cripples northern Italy. The road for justice for those killed in the downing of MH17 has begun. All that and more after this. Our next story is brought to you by Blue Air. The COVID-19 situation isn't looking too good in Italy. Italy ordered a lockdown in the country's north in a drastic attempt to contain an outbreak of the coronavirus that saw the number of deaths leap again on Sunday. The unprecedented restrictions, which aim to limit gatherings and curb movement, will impact some 16 million people and stay in force until April 3rd. They were signed into law overnight by the Italian Prime Minister. The new measures say people should not enter or leave Lombardy, Italy's richest region, as well as 14 provinces in 4 other regions. Only people with proven work-related reasons or health problems will be allowed to move in and out of the exclusion zones. Leave has also been cancelled for health workers. Public transport services within all territories under quarantine are expected to continue. However, all museums, gyms, cultural centres, ski resorts and swimming pools in the targeted zones will have to close. Church services on Sunday were also cancelled in the regions. Pope Francis delivered his Sunday blessing over the internet from inside the Vatican, instead from a window to stop crowds gathering in St. Peter's Square to see him.
È un po' strana questa preghiera dell'Angelo.
It's a bit strange, this Angelus prayer today with the Pope caged in the library.
Nella biblioteca, ma io
But I see you and I am close to you.
vicino. rassicura davanti ai tre discepoli. Il suo volto, dice il Vangelo, sono vicino con la preghiera.
I am close in prayer to the people who are suffering because of the current coronavirus epidemic, as well as to all those who are taking care of them.
Che se ne prendono cura.
The country is Europe's hardest hit, and on Saturday reported that the number of coronavirus cases had jumped 25% in a 24-hour period to 7,335, while deaths climbed to 366. Families held a quiet protest for the victims of Malaysia Airlines Flight 17, but will the perpetrators ever be brought to justice? Rows of empty white chairs were placed in front of Russia's embassy in The Hague on Sunday in a quiet protest by families of those who were shot down with Malaysia Airlines Flight 17. The protest was carried out on the eve of the trial in absentia of 4 men accused of murder for their involvement. Pete Plo's elder brother Alex died in the crash. He said officials from the Russian embassy never stepped out to talk to the victims' families.
The idea of the action is to make perfectly clear to the Russian state that they have to cooperate with the investigation.
MH17 was downed over rebel-held territory in eastern Ukraine in July 2014 by what international investigators say was a Russian missile sent to help Moscow-backed rebels fight Ukrainian government forces. All 298 people on board died, including 196 Dutch citizens. Russia, which was held politically responsible by the Netherlands and Australia, denies any involvement. The empty chairs, one for each victim, also symbolize the 4 suspects' absence from the court. They are believed to be in Russia, which will not extradite them, and it is not clear whether any of them will conduct a defense. Last week, a spokesperson for Russian President Vladimir Putin said the Kremlin would wait for the outcome of the trial and that it doubted the objectivity of the Dutch-led investigation. And here are more headlines from today. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm Bersatu Michael. Thank you for watching. But before we go, we bring you visuals of the Women's March in Kuala Lumpur on Sunday.